Many thanks for joining us this wonderful Saturday. This is the first day of August, the year 2026. Time really flies pretty fast. And of course, just like always, we have pretty much and more lined up for you. But first thing first, I want to take you through some of the, stories making headline, especially this particular week. And there has been some, allegations of the nature of opaqueness from the FIFA president, that is Gianni Infantino, in matters regarding, the sale of its 20% stakes. In this regard, this was, UEFA explicitly declared that it has lost confidence in FIFA's president Gianni Infantino and current leadership. So this is what happens. The conflict over private investment. Now, the proposed FIFA push fast-tracked plans to spin its commercial operation into 20 billion US dollars venture, selling a 20% stake to private investor, including a firm tied to Joshua Kushner. Now, that decision by FIFA to sell its 20% stake to a private firm have really, evoke a lot of reaction, and UEFA has threatened to boycott FIFA's further engagements if they proceed with the planned sale. And there has been a lot of, controversy surrounding the whole nature of the relationship between FIFA and its affiliate association. I'm talking about UEFA and different spinning globally. And it has really, exposes some, we'll call internal wrangle between the football governing body and other affiliate, associations in regard to this. Now, the U-turn faces intense backlash from government, condemnation, and of course, crumbling inner circle that include the resignation of senior advisor, that is Carlos Caidero. Then Infantino scrapped the investment scheme. Then this has been, fast-tracked, or rather been fueled by a fallout and leadership trust. Now, the broken promises, according to UEFA states that Infantino failed to honor fundamental promises made when he was first elected in the year 2016. Now, the broader discontent include other continental confederations like the AFC and the CONCACAF, and also criticize FIFA's opaque decision. Those are some of the federation and, of course, affiliate bodies that have come out to criticize FIFA in what they term as its opaque manner in which they handle the governance structures and affairs of football. Now, the next step, of course, for UEFA, announced plans to conduct a fundamental review alongside other global stakeholders to ensure private entities can never target football's core tournament again. Now, that is the ultimate decision that, of course, UEFA is trying now to come up with in a try and force the hand of shares to a private investor. So it's a developing story, and it's something that we are following keenly, and be sure to update in whatever will be happening, because this is quite interesting. Is it time now for Gianni Infantino now to pack? Well, that is some of the on the table, because when someone votes against you, and now the motion is vote of no confidence against your leadership, then that means they have lost trust. So then why should you be their leader? Well, I'm just thinking out loud in regard to that, and ni something to tunatry to follow up, because mambo inachemka in the entire football fraternity. Ilianza na you remember the famous Infantino and Donald Trump, then there was the red card was ruled out, and there is a player who was allowed now to play the next game, and people were like, okay, so we can actually sell football to the highest bidder. So allegedly to the highest bidder, but nonetheless sisi hatujui what transpired behind the closed doors or behind the curtain, but one thing is for sure, the house is in shambles and it needs some sort of cleaning. So that cleaning, does it mean that maybe it's about time watu think twice, because the entire FIFA leadership structure is under question? Well, tutafuatilia hiyo kwa kina, and of course we'll bring you up to speed with what to expect. Haya, wacha tukuje closer to home now. We have the ongoing WAFCON. Well, it's a heartbreak for Harambee Starlets. Yet again, so far, 2 matches played. They haven't scored, and of course, no win for our national women's football team. Their first match against the host Morocco was in a total disappointment, 4-0. Then they played against Senegal, then they suffered a narrow defeat, 1-0. But according to national women football head coach, that is Beldino Demba, for her, the reason to why our national women team in this WAFCON has not posted what we'll call positive results, it's because they lack the killer instinct, especially when it comes now to our attacking front. And of course, in their last match, Harambee Stars registered 22 attempts in that particular game. So it can tell you 22 attempts, 0 goals. So maybe in as a backup, her claim that we lack the killer instincts, especially when it comes now to the attacking front that we have. But Harambee Stars' hopes of reaching the knockout stages were dimmed, and as we speak right now, at least I can confirm to you, Kenya is the first team that was bundled out, the first team in this WAFCON qualifiers. Of course, 2 matches with 0 point and 2 defeats. Well, basically, that hands you an automatic ticket to fly back home. However, a moment of redemption still waits our national women's team. They'll be playing against Algeria in their last match of the group stages, that is Group A, and of course they'll take on Algeria. Now this is the moment of redemption for our team, at least for them to register their first win of the tournament since 2016. Remember, the first time they took part in WAFCON, that is the Women Africa Cup of Nations tournament, was the first time was in 2016. 10 years later, 2016, they suffered a very heavy defeat and of course no win. So this, the 2026 edition of it, we were hoping that probably they will break the hoodoo and march all the way to, at least if they can't progress to the next stage, but at least andikisha historia of winning their first match ever. So that chance still is very much alive, but the only the only test that we have is the opponent in the name of Algeria. So will our national women football team gather their momentum and of course shake off the dust from the last 2 defeats and at least make a very strong statement in their last game? Will they wind up their campaign on a strong note? So that is something that you're waiting to see, and of course as always, we are very much proud of the team achieving such a milestone and a feat. Of course, to carry the Kenyan flag in the continental showpiece is not a mean feat, and for that we congratulate them and of course wish them all the best, and we just wish that in their last match against Algeria at least they will play for pride and honor, and at least waandikishe that history ya kushinda at least 1 match in that. Alright, so that is matters to do with Harambee Starlets, and of course still bado tuko na the Kagame Sekafa Cup that is still ongoing in Kigali, Rwanda. Tusker FC were bundled out, of course, after losing their second match. Yet again, they still also, just like Harambee Starlets, they have a moment of redemption when they'll be playing against Zanzibar's side in their last match, and of course that match will be played today. And this is a moment for them. It's a do or die affairs. But one thing for sure, they'll not be proceeding to the next round. But we know they need this win. This one, it matters a lot for them. They are the 5 times champions, the regional tournament champions, and of course they return to action. But this time around, things were a little bit not on their side. But if they can exit the stage with a banger, then of course at least when the history will be written, they'll be remembered for that. Because they already have a very rich and decorated history. They have won it 5 times, so that is an accolade that we can't just write it off. But at least for this, the 2026 edition, given the fact that this is the 47th edition of this particular tournament, things are not pretty much favorable in their own way. However, a finish with a strong statement will go a long way in decorating their CV, even as they look forward to packing their belongings and of course coming back home to prepare for the 2026-2027 Football Kenya Federation season in that. But of course we still have Gor Mahia, who have already booked their spot in the next round of this Sekafa, the 2026 Kagame Cup. This is the Sekafa Kagame Cup, and of course we do hope that they will now progress and of course go march all the way and win, or rather lift this particular title. So mambo bado ni mangumu for either team. At least moja inatoka, but we still have hopes in one that is remaining, that is Kogalo, a team that in the recent days wamefanya a lot of signing. Probably this is an indication that they mean business this time round. So wacha tusubiri tuone venye mambo itakuwa. Their first match ilikuwa very strong statement, wakatandika mtu mabao bengi sana, 5 mtungi, na unajua walikuwa wanapiga the host mwenyeji akapigwa sana. Wanasema mwenyeji mgeni njoo mwenyeji apone. Sasa mwenyeji hakupona, hapo naye aliuliwa, mwenyeji aliona shida. But their second match against Ugandan champions wakatandikwa, but of course they bounced back, and their third match, which was a determinant whether they will be moving to the next round, at least they squeeze a win. And of course as we speak, they have already clinched a ticket to represent now Kenya in the next round, or rather to proceed to the next round. So from here, now this is a knockout phase, and of course hapa there is no second chances. So hapa ni you win and you march forward, and of course they are coming up against a very strong opponent in that particular fashion and manner. Now another interesting thing that we are really following up is the 2026 Commonwealth Games. Again, a bag of mixed results, not so much the way we had probably expected or planned. Remember in the 100 meters this time round, Kenya, no medal. The defending champion, that is Ferdinand Omanyala, was did not manage to finish on the podium, and of course as a result of that title, he relinquished the title to a new champion. And as a result, right now as we speak, Kenya sits 12th in the global standings with 8 medals, 2 golds. The gold earned by the courtesy of Edmond Serem in the 3,000 meters steeplechase, then Faith Cherotich in the 3,000 meters steeplechase. So far hizo ndo medali za dhahabu ambao Kenya tunajivunia. We have 4 silvers. The one Lilian Odera won Kenya her latest silver in the 800 meters, that is women category. Then Diana Wanza in the 10,000 meters race, she won silver. Then we have Simon Kiprop in the 3,000 meter steeplechase. Remember in the 3,000 steeplechase, it was a clean sweep for Kenya. We won gold, silver, and of course bronze. And of course Simon Kiprop won 3,000 meter steeplechase silver in that manner. Then we have Stephen Dangiri in the 10,000 meters walk race, that is the men. But we still have a couple of races, because our preserve, our strongest suit always, it is in the track and field events. When it comes to other events, we have really struggled, and no wonder we are not posting very positive results when it comes now to this. However, when it comes now to the track and field, we still command a lot of respect, and of course that is our preserve, and we have always dominated, because when you look at now the medals that we have won, majority of these medals have come in the track and field events. So that tells you where we have really invested. But now this is a challenge now to Team Kenya, and of course to the Kenya athletics fraternity moving forward now to other sports, other disciplines. Now when it comes now to the like of judo, boxing, we still lag behind. Talk about swimming, and we really need to do something in order for us to improve on our medal tally. So we need to borrow some leaves from these countries that are really doing exemplary well when it comes to other disciplines. We, for quite sometimes, 100 meters was not our race, but Ferdinand Omanyala showed us the way that if we believe, and of course consistency, hard work, we can actually achieve the impossible. So with the same trajectory and the spirit, I still believe that tunaweza fanya magic when it comes to other disciplines like boxing. We have very good boxers. So it's about time now we go back to the drawing board and ask ourselves a very, some hard questions. What can we do to improve these other disciplines? We have the likes of, even netball, table tennis. We have a whole lot of discipline that we really need to improve on it. And the bigger question right now is about the Kenya's now preparedness when it comes now to the 2028 Olympic Games. Does the Commonwealth Games reflect what to come in the near future as far as the global competition, of course, is concerned? That is quite a very important question, a $1 billion question in that regard. And of course, as a country, we need to, internalize such questions, and of course, go back to the drawing board and ask ourselves hard questions and see how fast we can move from that particular point. And of course, in terms of medal standings in these Commonwealth Games, we want to see which team, or rather which country, is actually faring on well. Where are we? Kenya, of course, Kenya took position 12 in the global standings. Took on 8 medals. Of course, out of those 8 medals, remember 2 are gold, 4 browns, and of course 4 are silver and 2 are browns. Remember, in the last edition we finished 13th in the global standings with 21 medals. Tulikuwa na 6 gold in that similar fashion. So tuko na almost 4 less, but nonetheless we still have a couple of events to go, especially in the track and field to be so. That is athletics. So medal standings. Let me bring you up to speed with how things are as far as the medal standing is concerned. Now, in just overview, the leading in terms of global standings as far as the medals is concerned, tuko na number 1 there, tuko na Canada, Australia in that similar fashion, and then tuko na England, tuko na Canada, a couple of countries have really shown their prowess when it comes to these Commonwealth Games, and this can be as a result of these particular countries investing in different disciplines. So Canada so far, Australia so far, iko na 133 medals, 57 gold, 31 silvers, and of course 45 browns in that manner. Then followed by England, 19 gold, 35 silver, and then wako na 29 bronze. Total medal tally, that is 83. Then Canada at third with 17 gold, 16 silver, 21 bronze. Total medal ni 54. Then Scotland, the host nation, wako na 10 gold, 8 silver, 16 bronze. Total medal ni 34. Then we go to Nigeria. Now Nigeria actually is the first African country in terms of when it comes now to the Africa. Nigeria leads. They are globally in the global standings, or rather the overall standing. Wako 5th position with 10 gold, 6 silver, and of course 4 bronze. Total medal ni 20. India at 6th with 8 gold, 8 gold, 15 silver, and of course 7 bronze. Total medals ni 30. Mtu anaweza jiuliza mbona Nigeria iko na 20 medals na wako 5th, na India wako na 30 medals na wako 6th. It's because Nigeria in terms of gold wako juu, wako na 10, then India wako na 8. Now you see venye hesabu zinafanywa. Now New Zealand wako na 7 gold, 10 silver, and of course 8 bronze. And then South Africa wako na 7 gold, 9 silver, and 10 bronze. The total medal standings ni 26. Then ukikuja kwa that is Malaysia, wako na 7 gold, wako na 3 silver, and of course 3 bronze. Total medal ni 13. Then Jamaica wako at 10th with 7 gold, 2 silver, and of course wako na 5 bronze medal. So total medals ni 14. Then Wales at 11 with 6 gold, and of course 6 silver, and 12 bronze. Total medal 24. Then Kenya at 12 with 2 gold, 4 silver, and of course 2 bronze. Total medal 8. Now wao wako 12th position, then followed by North Ireland, and of course the list continue paka. This is a total of 34 countries, so tunaenda all the way. Kuna countries zenye so far hawaja register a single gold, the likes of Malta. Ukienda hapa tuko na Rwanda, so hatuko mbaya. 8 medals iko sawa, gold ni 2, silver ni 4. Tuko sawa, tuko somewhere. And of course by close of business today, we might actually be talking of some maybe more gold. Remember Kenya will be taking part in the 800 meters. That is final. We have our very own Wycliffe Kinyamal, and of course Calvin Loti, who will be going head to head in the 800 meters men's final. Then we have 800 meters men's final, 5,000 meters men's final today, and 4x4 relays. So bado tuko na plenty to look forward to, and who knows, by the end of this particular tournament maybe tutakuwa tumeimprove on our global ranking, and of course medal tally. If we can win in the 800 meters men's race, tupata at least 1 gold and a silver, well, see tutakuwa tumeimprove on the from the current position penye tuko, at least takuwa ni 3 golds, 5 silver, tukiendelea hivyo. Then still bado in the 5,000 meters, bado still we are waiting for a couple of surprises here and there. So let's keep on hoping, believing, and praying for the best. I know many are wondering mbona last time tulimaliza position 13th with 21 medals, of course including 6 gold. This time round tuko na 8 medals na tuko position 12. So what is happening? Well, the reason to that, or rather the answer to that, it's because in this edition the competitions, like in different sports discipline, actually the organizing committee reduced the number of disciplines. So as a result tutapata like kuna fewer entry this time round. So that's the reason why unaweza ona a country like Kenya maybe with 8 gold, with 8 medals, bado tuko not so bad off from where we were, but we are close to somewhere from where we are in the previous edition. But of course, just like I said, this is a bag of mixed results. Kuna areas kwetu tulikuwa tuna expect ikuwe like ni sure win, like in the 100 meters. So tulipoteza no gold, no silver, no bronze. So that is a medal that this time round hiyo imetuacha because our defending champion kidogo weather haikuwa mzuri kwake, and as a result, well, we live to fight another day. Mambo ni namna hiyo. And of course, just a quick one, tukikuja kwa transfer windows, well, teams zinajitahidi sana sana. Chelsea already wamesha bag another signing, that is Maxon Lukua from Crystal Palace. That is centre back, asha join Chelsea. This is in addition to Morgan Rogers from Crystal Palace with a record fee of 117 million pounds. But on a sad note, however, Chelsea wamepigwa transfer ban. Another one for at least 2 transfer window. Well, the story of Chelsea. But we shall survive. Au sio? Yeah? At least with these signings, na wherever the graduates wenye tuko na wao, maybe it should be enough to serve us for the probably next transfer window until tumalize hiyo the transfer ban. So mi usema like moment like this, it's good for football teams to at least now give chance to their academy graduates. I remember the last time Chelsea was banned, that is under the tutelage of Frank Lampard. Chelsea performed. Actually, is it that particular season that tulishinda Champions League, or the previous season after that? The likes of Tammy Abraham now are graduated, the likes of Mason Mount, Reece James. You see, hapo ndo talent sasa ilikuwa breed. Now you can see Reece James aka transition to one of the dependable players in the Chelsea squad, courtesy of that transfer ban. Mi usema probably maybe kama kungekuwa na that transfer ban, then maybe sahi Reece James angekuwa anachezea another club, because back then the policy of Chelsea, especially when it came to the academy graduate, was so bad. Like, you will nurture and sell, and later on they will come to hunt you. Tuliona hiyo, but at least that was a moment for them to give the youngsters an opportunity to shine on global stage, and of course to showcase what they can do. And some of them made a name for themselves and wako somewhere. So nonetheless, maybe it's another opportunity for the team. Now, Arsenal still bado pia wako very busy in the transfer market, from the chasing of Vinicius Jr. Now wanaendea bado their number one target is Newcastle midfielder, that is Bruno Guimaraes. Wao ndo namcheza sana. As things stands, tunasikia verbal agreement ishakuwa reached. Wanangoja tu now to finalize the deal. But hiyo deal ya Vinicius Jr. hiyo ingetesa, ingestua sana, especially kama wangemland. Lakini the money itself ndo, it's another factor that for me I think Arsenal wawezitoa that money. 115 million pound. Arsenal cannot do that. This is hiyo si Arsenal. No, they can't. So for Arsenal to sign Vinicius Jr., mi nadhani tu pengine hiyo labda wamngoje tu on a free transfer, but now to spend cash, to splash that amount of cash for a player like Vinicius Jr., well, according to policy of Arsenal, maybe wanaweza ni prove wrong, but time and again, the highest washaifanya ni kuspend 100 on Declan Rice. The highest. Masikia? The highest. So na before hata waland Declan Rice, kwanza walienda wakanego. Now walikuwa wanataka pia Morgan Rogers. Wanaenda na 85. Wanaambiwa bro, match the price. No, so sijui champions nini, player atakuwa interested, we are playing champions, wakaonyeshwa. Sometimes money talks. You get. So sometimes hizi vitu zingine itakangi kungoja sana. Ni wewe tumia pesa, kutafuta pesa, because the more una assign quality players, they attract investment. You understand? Then if you perform, then pia the sales of the club here in increase. So for a thinking club, like let's say the likes of Chelsea, when you are delay to spend money, they know like if you want to invest, because after all football is investment and it's business, kuna lot to consider. Kuna pia the sales of, you know, t-shirts, merchandise there and there. A player akikuja ukinunua, like let's say for example a player like Vinicius Junior akikuja, like kwanza the sales ita rise, ticket fee itapanda, and as a result mna make profit. So mnaweza kuwa mmemnunua na pesa mingi, but the returns yenye analeta to the club is more than what you have spent to buy the player. Simple mathematics, you see guys. So anyway, sisi wacha tuendelee na hiyo maneno. Haya, Manchester United. Manchester United pia is another club very busy in the transfer market. Wana target, they want to raid Newcastle United, Lewis Hall. Then naona pia wanajikaza, but I don't know why Manchester United this time round watake ku splash the cash. The transfer market, it's like their transfer policy sahi kidogo ina change. They spend less on, let me call them average players. So this time round they don't focus on star names. So ndo tunaona like, don't be surprised ukisikia some few very surprise names here and there signing for Manchester United, but we just hope maybe wataperform, because sometimes you can buy stars na kuja wa flop, or you can spend a lot of money buying a lot of players, average players, no end up kuwa very useless in the end. So sometimes it depends with the how you do your scouting. When it comes now scouting to the right player, will he fit the system? That is the first question, because first of all, as a coach, kila coach akona system yake. So the big question ni, huyu player akinunuliwa, je, ata fit the system? Kama wezi, then hakuna haja ya kuspend all that money. Then Liverpool is targeting Bradley Barcola from PSG. Reports indicate that Barcola has refused to sign, or rather to extend his PSG contract, and as a result, teams like teams like Liverpool, which are the serious contenders to land the signature of PSG star, wako very serious in the market. Of course, they want to revamp their squad. Remember, with the likes of Mohamed Salah now bidding farewell to the Anfield, now it's only normal and obvious for them to find a replacement, and a suitable replacement for that matter, because next season inakaa itakuwa very much competitive for that. Well, we still have match and ball lined up for you, and don't forget we really have a very amazing conversation that we have lined up for you. Today we are talking about the development of football. Tunaongelea soka mashinani. So I have a very amazing guest. He's the founder and of course coach, a man responsible for nurturing young talent and identify the talents and our nurture, with the aim of kuwasaidia now to at least develop their football career in terms of, because unajua sometimes with lack of proper guiding, then hata ukiwa na talent, sometimes you need someone to show you the way. Without someone to hold your hand na kudirect to the right path, then you can just end up, your talent inaweza end up kwa to waste. But the contribution of especially grassroots coaches in nurturing these young talents is something that we need to applaud in the highest manner possible, because they are doing a very important and amazing job. The success for me, nasema, like, if you can recall a team that has really, shown us with time that if you really invest in nurturing young talents and of course focusing on the grassroots football, they can actually go far is the national under-17 women football team, the Junior Starlets. This is a team that already they have qualified to represent the country in the under-17 women FIFA World Cup. This is the second time they are doing that in a span of 2 years. The first time they did that was in the year 2020. It was in the year 2024. To kind of like what they did, then they came back, of course, this time round. And the most interesting thing, this a crop of another new players. So kumaanisha the coach had to go back to the basics. And one of the criteria that Mildred Church has been using could going to the high school, watching their games, and of course identifying talent from there. Now you see like it tells you the important role what this young club, of course the football coaches and of course the academies inafanya make sure like they guide the players in the right direction. So imagine like that approach, if it can be used by other football clubs in the country, the likes of Gor Mahia, name it, FC Leopards, they develop leagues in the Football Kenya Federation. You go to these football academies, you identify talent, because talent iko. So if you want now to elevate our game to the next level, tunahitaji that. But of course, in order for that to happen, we still need support. Like we need to support this grassroots football, because kuna some other talents somewhere haijapata that exposure. But imagine angepata the right exposure, then the right clubs ikuje like now ifanye their scouting, then as we speak now Kenyan football sasa ingekuwa ina go now to the next level. So those are the basics, and hiyo ndio conversation that we want to have today, nurturing young talents, developing like grassroots football. And of course my guest, I'll be introducing him later on just to give us some insight in this very important discussion that we'll be having today.